interview with Councillor Zara Davis, the Schools and Education spokeswoman for the Conservatives in Hamlets, and Councillor for Millwall in the Isle of Dogs. Councillor, how are you? Very nice to meet you. Okay. We've requested some of your valuable time to meet with you in light of startling statistics that have come out in this week, specifically highlighted by yourself, and cause for concern for many people, including professionals who are working in the field, parents and pupils as well. Now, the starting statistics in question, which we are talking about, is that 28% of pupils, which is more than a quarter of the children in the borough, have been subjected to or experienced bullying. Now, this will call alarm to a wide variety of people, and a lot of people will be thankful for you for bringing this issue up. Now, what do you think can be done to further highlight and deal with bullying?
Well, I mean, this is a really important issue. I mean, many parents will be very, very concerned about it. The fact that, a quarter of children in Tower Hamlets have experienced bullying. I took this issue to the full council meeting last night because I felt that it needed to be aired in a public forum, and I needed to challenge the Labour councillor who is responsible for education in the borough to find out exactly what the council are doing to get to grips with it. She outlines various policies that the council has, but my problem with this is that it's not just 28% of children have been bullied this year. These statistics they've been very similar statistics for the last 3 years, in fact. So it's quite an endemic problem in Tower Hamlets. And what the council has been doing, unfortunately, doesn't seem to have addressed it so far. At the national level, I've seen that the coalition government are recognising the problem of bullying nationwide. It's not just a problem in Tower Hamlets, as bad as the statistics are. Many other areas also experience problems. So what the Education Secretary of State is saying is that teachers need to have stronger powers to deal with it, so that they can say, we have an absolute zero tolerance approach to bullying. We will not allow it at all. And that when they see bullying occurring, then they can take immediate action to show the bullies that their behaviour is completely unacceptable. The coalition government are talking about introducing new powers for teachers so that they will be able to take bullies and to take troublemakers out of the classroom straight away, and to just show them that their behaviour is unacceptable. And I think that those stronger powers, when they come into force later in the year, will be very important in tackling bullying in Tower Hamlets.
Do you think then that a zero tolerance policy is required and necessary to tackle bullying?
I do.
Generally as well.
I do, and I think it's particularly necessary in Tower Hamlets because of where a quarter of pupils are being bullied. That shows that this problem is so widespread. I mean, in an average class of 30, you'd expect that these statistics mean that 8 or 9 of them will be being bullied. I mean, this is so widespread that we need to send out a very strong message starting from now, I think, in order to say their behaviour is unacceptable and it must stop right now.
How do you feel that educators and people working with young people can tackle bullying, and what should be done in terms of providing them with the tools and support to tackle bullying and to support people who are the victims?
I think that one of the key things is to encourage the pupils who have experienced bullying to come forward, because unless they come forward, it's very difficult for us to know the scale of the problem and to know who is carrying out this bullying. Because we need to go to those people who have unfortunately been bullying others and address those problems right at the root, right from where they start.
Do you feel that it would be beneficial for the parents of bullies to join their children on specific tailored packages or programs to support them, to change their ways, to help them address? A lot of bullies, they feel that they're justified. They may not feel that committing a heinous act by bullying somebody else. Do you think it's just a child's fault? Do parents need to have a bigger say?
I think that in order to resolve bullying, we need the support of not only the teachers but also the parents. The parents are a crucial factor in this because in order to encourage those people who haven't carried out to change their behaviour, we need their support. We need their parents to agree with us that this behaviour is unacceptable and to encourage their children to take action, to show them what they've been doing is wrong and needs to stop.
Hamlets has various initiatives in place to deal with bullying in the school, in the workplace, in different environments. Do you feel more needs to be done, and how?
I do feel that more needs to be done. I mean, one of the initiatives that the Labour-run council set up was to have a helpline so that pupils in Tower Hamlets who have experienced bullying can call it and receive advice and guidance. However, with this helpline, they decided to only staff it for 2.5 hours a day and only on weekdays. So it just wasn't provided. If they decided to set it up, they then decided not to provide it as a comprehensive service. As a result of that, it's no surprise that this helpline receives only 1 call a month, pretty much last year. And I mean, that kind of approach is sort of a very half-hearted approach to the problem, and it shows that it suggests that the Labour Council just weren't focused on tackling it. And I think that they need to recognise the scale. First of all, they need to take stock and recognise the scale of this problem, and recognise that it is an enormous problem that needs to be right up there at the top of their priority list. Once they've recognised that and put the resources into it, then I think we'll start to see some results.
Thank you very much, first of all, for highlighting this. This is a very relevant and important issue. It is a blight on our society. There will be many of our readers, people in the community, who will be extremely helpful to you. There will be many in our communities and many of our readers who will be extremely grateful for you for bringing this up and highlighting this issue as well. Thank you. There are many amongst us who will be viewing this video and be indebted to Councillor Davis for raising this very, very important issue. Bullying is a blight on our society. It's a heinous crime, an act which is unforgivable. Bullying destroys lives of the individuals that are being bullied, of families, of friends, of societies, of communities. If you are being bullied, please remember that you don't need to suffer in silence. You can always speak to somebody or someone. Alternatively, you can contact Childline on 0800 1111.